There's a relationship that most women over 50 don't often talk about. Not with our children, not with our partners or spouses, not with people at work. That is the relationship with ourselves. And it's not because we don't care, but rather because we have spent so many years putting other people and other things first that little by little, that relationship with ourselves somewhat faded in the background. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Maria Martinez, and if you've been here before, welcome back. This is the Inner Authority Project, and here we talk about all things confidence and inner authority, and there's a relationship that women over 50 don't often talk about. Not with our spouses or husbands and there's a relationship that most women over 50 don't often talk about. Not with our spouses, not with our children, and certainly not with people at work. And that is the relationship with ourselves. Not because we don't care, but perhaps because we have spent so many years taking care of other people and other things and other priorities that little by little the relationship with ourselves somewhat faded in the background. If you're new here, hello and welcome, or if you're back, welcome back. My name is Dr. Maria Martinez, and this is the Inner Authority Project. On this channel, we'll talk about transformation, identity, and inner authority for women over 50. So, yeah, what about that relationship with ourselves? I love to spend a few minutes talking about this one relationship that changes everything. And that's the relationship with ourselves. The relationship that actually has an impact in everything else that will happen for the rest of our lives. As we build this new chapter, the relationship with ourselves is going to be critical. It's going to be paramount to all the decisions and everything that happens in this next phase. And as I was reflecting on my own journey and in the relationship within myself, just these past few years, as you know, I'm in my 50s too, I realized that there were a few important questions that I had to answer in order to arrive to this point where I feel today that I have rebuilt that relationship. Number one, how did I lose myself? Well, I debated over that. Please add in the comments and tell me, do you think we lose ourselves or perhaps we just lose the connection with ourselves? I tend to think that we somewhat lose the connection with ourselves. We're there, right? We're there, but again, somewhat buried or hidden between the layers of the roles and the responsibilities that we have done so well and so beautifully for the last 10, 20, perhaps 30 years. So that relationship with ourselves, with that woman that was able to say, yes, this is exactly what I wanted, somewhat fades over time. So, yes, this is not happening overnight, and yet it's critical that we come to terms with the fact that perhaps that woman that made brave decisions and courageous, spontaneous decision is still there, yet we have probably lost a little bit of sense of that connection with ourselves because that version of ourselves as we get older somewhat fades in the background, and what is worse, we get rewarded for it. Oh, you are so good at taking care of people. Oh, you are great in your job where you do all the things, right? You're so reliable. You're so consistent. I can count on you to fix all the problems. And then midlife happens. And then midlife happens, and we start to realize wait a minute, I love all these people. I love everything I'm doing, and yet somehow it still feels a little bit off, right? So that's that place where we can start documenting this didn't happen overnight and it's okay. Because that first sense of awareness is power. The second thing that I asked myself during this process was, how does it feel to be disconnected? How does it feel for me to realize that I'm not who I was when I was in my late teens and 20s? That woman that made decisions beautifully and was able to articulate exactly what I wanted, right? And over the years, probably became really good at making decisions that often accommodated other people first. Yes or yes. So connecting with that which made the disconnection happen could be painful, right? Could be a little challenging at times because I bet that if I asked 20, 30 years, it was a lot easier to answer the question, what do you want, versus now. You're probably really good at telling me what other people want, the way other people want some things. But if I was to ask you today, what do you want? In my experience working and collaborating with other women after 50, often creates a pause. It's almost as if we feel selfish for having to articulate what we want. So again, thinking about what it feels like being disconnected, huge, because awareness brings reality into the forefront and it is real. It's real, right? And the third question that I asked myself over the time where I was reflecting and realized that I somewhat got disconnected with myself and realized I wanted to build this relationship back is, why does it feel like this relationship changes everything? Well, this is true. And for me, it was one of those aha moments when I realized that the relationships that I have with other people are almost a mirror of the relationship that I have with myself. Think about that. Think about that for a moment. Typically, the way that we talk to other people, the way that we set boundaries, the things that we accept, the things that we say to ourselves or to allow other people to say to ourselves is often a reflection of the relationship that we have with ourselves. And this is huge because it all comes back to this. The relationship with ourselves is perhaps the most important, where you can spend the most time right now, because it is all about the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you treat yourself, the way that you put yourself as a priority that teaches others how to treat you. And that is important because it helps us realize I matter. I still matter. I have needs. There are things that I want to achieve in life. Yes or yes. So, again, think about these things, and I want to ask you honestly and humbly, and please use the comment section and let me know. When was the last time that you paused and asked yourself, what do I want? What does these women that have done so much for so many other people throughout the years want right now? This is a beautiful place for us to pause and reflect on it. In fact, I would invite you to spend time tonight before you go to bed or tomorrow morning. Start with that thought. What do I want? And friends, this is so key because here is where transformation starts. Certainly, if you probably will find a little discomfort along the way. Certainly, you might find some friction, right? Because somehow, again, we've been rewarded and we have learned to believe that there's certain things that we should still be doing. Yet, it is critical, again, for us to realize that we're worth taking care of. We are worth paying attention to. So if any of this message has resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Please like and subscribe to this channel because again, I am on a journey to be with you as you create this next phase of your life with clarity, with confidence, with conviction. And on the next video, we're going to talk about the permission that we must give ourselves. So please hang with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. This is Dr. Maria. Goodbye for now.